Alright, so just a bit of prep to do before service. Working at a tropical bar means lots of garnishes, lots of fruit juice. So we need to get all that ready. We got some lime, some orange. I'm gonna start with the limes here. I'm gonna juice these. This is really one of the most important components of our tropical drinks here. Rum, sugar, lime, classic. Alright, so take these, cut you in half, and let's just get nice juice out of there. This guy. Getting wonderful fragrance from those limes. So fresh. Gonna be so good. Combined with this nice, wonderful ocean air, the sun, match made in heaven. Get all that juice out of there. Perfect. Clear those out of my way here. And go kind of half and half with this last one. And juice this half. Alrighty. And then this one, I'm just gonna slice off a wheel here that we can have available as needed for a garnish. And then this little fella, we kind of go all out with the tropical drink garnishes here, so I'm gonna save him on his own. Got my very wonderful fresh lime juice. Just gonna grab a bit of orange peel here of this fella. Have that ready to go. Get it cleaned up so it'll look beautiful for our guests. We really want to offer the best experience that we can for our visitors. Okay. And then the same with the lemon here. Just gonna take a nice strip of peel and grab a second one as well. Just cut through there like that. Perfect. Okay, and again, let's get these nice and cleaned up. Just trim those edges a little bit so we're ready to go. Wonderful. Nice garnishes ready to go. Alright, get rid of my remnants there. Alright. So I think we are looking pretty good. Expect the crowds will start showing up here before too long. Hello. How are you doing? Enjoying the wonderful sun and the beach? It's just beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it looks like you already found a menu. Do you need a minute, or is there something that caught your eye? Yeah. We make them all from scratch, fresh juices. It's all an absolutely pristine, wonderfully tropical cocktail experience. Yeah. Okay. You want to try the Puka punch? Okay, that is a wonderful choice. Very classic. Let me get that started for you, okay? That is a blended drink. I have lots of cool, refreshing, slushy ice for you. All right, so let's get started here. I'm gonna grab my measure and I'm gonna grab some rum here. This is Havana Club. It's an Añejo Blanco from Puerto Rico. 1.5 ounces. I always like to make a little bit of a mess just for show. And then to mix with that, we have some rum barbancourt. This comes from Haiti. It's basically a rum agricole, which is a little bit different. Most rum being made from molasses. This is actually made straight from the sugar cane. A little grassier, funkier taste, but a lot of the old tiki cocktails got great mileage out of blending different rums to get those different flavor profiles. So adds a really interesting note to this. And we're using a nice one. Again, 1.5 ounces. That goes in there. And then we'll need our 1/2 ounce measure, our little guy right here. Okay. So let's go with 1/2 ounce of sugar syrup. Plenty of booze in here, so this is going to add some sweetness. With that, a 1/2 ounce of falernum, which is a very interesting liqueur. This is John D. Taylor's Velvet Falernum, a classic. Wonderful spice flavors and sweetness in there. And then also we have some amazing just pressed passion fruit syrup. Passion fruit is so lovely. That tartness and still a little bit of sweet. Lots of sweet going in there. So we're going to then add some lime juice. All right. All right, so that is everything that we need. Let me get some ice in here. Seal that up. And we keep our blender over here so it's not so in your face. So for this, I'm gonna get a little bit wild with your garnish here. So open up this lemon, grab a little round here. Alright, so we've got our lime. Grab one of my skewers here. Got Mr. Cherry here. We'll go through the lemon and into this lime. Give you a nice, fragrant garnish for your Puka Puka punch. And I hope you enjoy. So, what do you think of that? It's delicious, isn't it? That passion fruit, it's just so tropical. Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing about a lot of these drinks, you know. There is a lot of alcohol, but tends to be lots of ice in there to help dilute and keep you hydrated. So important when the weather is hot like this. Yeah, definitely stay on top of it. You wearing sunscreen? Yeah, I don't want to be a nanny or anything, just, you know, a great time in paradise suddenly becomes a lot less fun when you end up broiled like a lobster, you know? Yeah. Do I wear sunscreen? No. Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit used to it, but basically, if you show the sun any weakness, it'll torment you for the rest of your life. Yeah, you have to stand up to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, be with you in a second. What can I get you? A golden glove? Absolutely. Good choice. All right, the golden glove. Let's grab my mixer here. Right. All right, the golden glove. It's kind of really the first frozen daiquiri, or the first fancy frozen daiquiri. Basically made like a daiquiri. Rum, lime, sugar. 2 ounces of rum here. It's a little splash of orange liqueur. Give it that nice citrus note. And blend it up. Right. Let's do ½ ounce of lime. There you go. Gonna grab a teaspoon of sugar. Then a teaspoon of our orange liqueur. Do a little pre-mix just to help with that sugar. Using Pierre Ferrand dry curacao. Right. And this is going to get blended with lots of ice. Okay. Yeah, this is where we want to take that orange peel, some of those oils on the top of the beverage, give it a little treatment on the rim, tuck that in there. Alright, here you go, your golden glove. Alright, perfect. Okay. Still doing good? Great. Yeah, most of our recipes we got from Jeff Beach Bum Berry. He's a cocktail historian who did a ton of work along with others to excavate the old tiki recipes. You know, it was a big fad, post World War II in the 50s and kind of stretched on for quite a long time. But over time, places capitalizing and just turned the drinks into some booze and a bunch of sweet juice. And, people didn't preserve where it came from. So he did really amazing work to find the original recipes. And the history of tiki, it's really interesting. A lot of what we think of it with like Trader Vic and Don the Beachcomber, it was taking Caribbean ideas, especially like rum, lime, sugar, this age-old pairing, and coming up with variations on it, but they slapped a very, times Caribbean, but a lot of South Seas decor on it in a very kitschy way, really capitalizing on the demand for that, like from servicemen who came back from the war who'd been exposed to some of those tropical regions during World War II. So a lot of people have different opinions about that, and it's worth thinking about. But what was happening was some really interesting and unique innovations by bartenders around the world, coming up with these different drinks, both before and after kind of the heyday of this period. Unique flavor combinations, stuff that's really nuanced and subtle, even though it seems, very intense. A lot of that subtlety was lost later on. So we try to stick to that, honor those interesting taste profiles with what we do. I think that's the most important. But if you're interested in all of that and the history, Potions of the Caribbean by Jeff Beach Bum Berry. Really interesting look at the history of where all the stuff came from, the complicated history of the Caribbean and America and other countries' relationships to it. So if you're interested at all, it's well worth a read. But also it includes a number of these fantastic recipes, and he has other books that collect a lot of this. So has saved a lot of interesting stuff from oblivion. So we're thankful when we get to serve it, and hopefully our guests enjoy it. You still sipping away on that? Yeah, it's perfect for that. Okay. Yeah, what do you need? Isle of Martinique. A wonderful choice. Let me get that. Go over here, okay? Alright. of our mixer. Again, a rum agricole, and I'm going to use the bourbon cloth. And I'm going to take 1.5 ounces. And we're going to grab 1/2 ounce of lime. Half ounce of our falernum. Gonna grab a dash of Angostura bitters. You can really smell that. So fragrant and spicy. Very nice. And then for a little more sweetness, just a 1/4 ounce of honey, which we've prepared as a honey syrup for convenience. We use a really good honey. As soon as I poured that, I could smell it. That's really amazing. So beautifully fragrant. And what do you say we add a bunch of ice to this, huh? Yeah, let's get this nice and cold free. All set. Okay. This off of here. Go ahead and strain this to keep this nice. Just let that flow in there. Spray of lemon here. And for you, the Isle of Martinique cocktail. Please enjoy. That one's really good if you ever want to give it a try. But making that, I had this thought. I'm totally 100% winging it and improvising on this idea, but maybe you'll you'll try it with me. So we have this Estate Reserve Rum Barbancourt. It's aged 15 years. It comes from Haiti. As they say, it's been produced in Haiti since 1862, following an ancestral family tradition and a new craftsmanship passed on in the Garter family for over 160 years. Produced from pure sugar cane juice distilled and aged in oak barrels, the Estate Reserve presents an amber color. The nose is full of exotic fruits with light hints of vanilla. Spicy notes complete the nose for a long, rich, and complex finish. The Estate Reserve is best consumed neat, like a fine cognac. So that is true. And I'm definitely an advocate of appreciating something neat on its own to be able to understand its flavors, but also when you have a really, really good ingredient, trying to utilize it, even though maybe we normally use less expensive liquors in cocktails, since they're a blend, you can really get wonderful notes if you use something very nice. So what I'm thinking here is to try a Rum Old-Fashioned with this, because I also just got some of these Bitter Cube Jamaican number 2 bitters. These are very spicy. So I'm thinking we should try an old-fashioned using that Haitian rum and these bitters. We're going to do a little Caribbean mix-up. So I'm going to grab my mixing glass and I'm going to grab our sugar syrup. Get some in here like that. Let's hit it with some bitters. Just gonna go touch more. Okay. Let's grab our 2-ounce measure. 2 ounces here. Grab this glass and old-fashioned. We love that larger size rock. Dilute the drink a little bit less. We're of course going to do a stir with ice to dilute it before it goes in here. Okay, so let's do a quick stir on that. Strainer. Let's pour that over that rock. Perfect. Okay, and I think this is going to be very good. Grab my testing straw so I can sample. Well, you'll have to try it and let me know, but first let's put just a little extra on this. I have this. It's grapefruit. Oh, smells good. Do you want to smell that? So fresh. So let's take a bit of peel from this. Get a nice segment here. All right, there we go. This is an experiment. Let's go ahead and just do it upright. Okay. Go. Perfect. All right. That. I don't know if you can see that. The oil's literally sprayed off. That's amazing. So wonderful. For you, and I want you to try that and tell me what you think. And if you think it's good, I'll run it by the boss to see if maybe this might be something we offer. Okay? Great. Yeah? I thought it was very good too, in the little taste that I had. Yeah. I don't know, do you think should it be on the menu? Okay. Nice. All right. I'll leave you with that, okay? How you doing with that? Still enjoying? Awesome, awesome. Well, do you think you'll wrap up there? Or are you thinking about another? Yeah, I mean, where are you gonna go, right? Just spend the day enjoying paradise here on the beach, right? Okay. Well, if you are, I have something in mind. I'm happy to make you, of course, whatever you want, but there's a cocktail that I think you might really like. It's a pretty interesting one, so if you want to put yourself in my hands. Okay. Well, we've kind of gotten into this Haitian theme since we're using the rum barbencourt as our rum agricole and some of these drinks. And Haiti's a really interesting place, having really hard times right now, and they've had a lot of hard times. Fascinating history. We were talking about the history of the Caribbean earlier. I certainly didn't know anything about it until more recently, and there are probably reasons for that, but it was basically just about the only place where the slaves revolted and won their own freedom, and arguably maybe been punished for that ever since. But unfortunately, they've developed a reputation as being known for a calamity like the earthquake, and obviously there's violence there right now. But fascinating history. At this cocktail, the Petion, it's named after General Petion, who was the second president after their first emperor, who then downgraded himself to president to be a little more chill. If I have the history right, which I certainly would not assert that I do. But this cocktail, it's very interesting. We're going to use that rum barbencourt. It also calls for Haitian moonshine, basically, which we don't have and can't get. So the substitute that we generally use is cachaça. Ever heard of it? It's basically the Brazilian form of a rum agricole. It is a rum made directly from the sugarcane. I find that can often be pretty raw and hot, but it's used for one of my absolute favorite drinks, the caipirinha. Maybe next time make that for you. It's very simple. I mean, it's literally rum, lime, sugar, but it just, something about it is very perfect. Well, do you want to try some? Just kind of get a feel for it on its own. Yeah, let's just check it out. Okay. All right. Here, let me just do this, just for a wee taste. Here, just give that a try. Yeah. It's something, isn't it? Yeah, you kind of get that funkiness, right? Spicy. This is a pretty normal proof version. It can definitely be hotter. I feel like the recipe we're gonna make maybe wants that hotter version, since it does kind of come from more of like a moonshine type vibe, but I think we still get kind of the flavor notes that we're looking for. Alright, so I'm gonna make that up for you. Okay, let's just do it. Yeah, just, this is the place to just kick back, relax, enjoy, try new things, appreciate all these wonderful tropical flavors, all the fresh citrus. It's just amazing, right? Okay, so we're gonna grab the shaker. We're gonna shake this. Yeah, with cocktails, there's fruit juice involved. We want to shake it. And it's mostly a texture thing. You kind of already have that murky and kind of thicker juice, and kind of matching out with the ice, it just works well. Whereas, like the old-fashioned, something that's just spirits, clear spirits, a martini, Manhattan, we would stir those because it maintains that nice clarity. Yeah, if someone were to request a martini shaken, not stirred, they would literally be a sociopath. Horribly disturbing. No, I kid. I mean, some people say it bruises the gin to shake it, but I don't think I really buy that. It's a texture thing, and if someone wants that kind of crushed ice, texture instead of the kind of really crystal clear version of the martini, then that's their taste, and that's what they should enjoy, Same for anyone. Yeah, I'm chattering on. Let's whip this thing up, okay? All right. So let's go with 3/4 ounces of our rum. To match it, 3/4 ounces of cachaça. There we go. And then we also want 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice. Okay. I need to squeeze some more limes, get some more juice. Alright, lime juice goes in there. And then here's kind of an unexpected turn. We've got some rum, Now we've got the lime, and for the sweetness, we're actually going to use Benedictine, the herbal liqueur made by monks. I really like this stuff. Very interesting herbal flavors. We're also going to use 3/4 ounces, and that'll bring in the sweetness as well to help balance out the tartness and the alcohol. So that goes in there, and then we're going to get one more addition of sweet just to help bring this all together. So 1/2 ounce of our sugar syrup. Grab my little sugar here for my 1/2 ounce. There we go. And let's go ahead and add this. They'll want to add lots of ice for the shake. Okay. And let's give that a good shake. I used to do the toss it behind my back and all that stuff, but hit one of my fellow bartenders once, and it was not good. Not good. So, normal shakes these days. Pop the lid off here. Strain that out. And just topped off there. All right. This is the Petion. Please enjoy. What do you think? Isn't that just fantastic? Yeah, that's definitely a personal favorite. I want to say it was something that was never like out there in the wild, that one of the kind of famous bartenders created that recipe, but I'm not sure it ever made it to like a public menu, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, I think it is absolutely fantastic. All right. Is there anything else that I can get you? You're good? Perfect. So sit back, enjoy. No rush. Just enjoy your time here. And your room number for the charge? Okay, great. And how's the hotel been for you? Oh, perfect. So glad to hear it. Well, if you need anything, let me know. I'll be here tomorrow too. Okay? Well, enjoy your stay, enjoy your day, and thank you so much. All right, we'll see you.